Hello, namaste, and welcome in the series of cybersecurity. This side is Meena, and today I'm just going to discuss about requirement number 10 of PCI-DSS and why does it is important and what are the best ways you can handle it well. Okay, so let's start our today. Before just starting, what exactly is requirement number 10 for PCI-DSS? Let's just discuss a situation, a scenario. Okay, for example, you want to purchase some items, whether that's your dresses, shoes, or anything else, and you visited a shopping mall over there you want to make some payment. Okay, uh, there is, for example, a mall and you want to make some payment and you are having a credit card. Okay, over there it's having some number and your CVV number as well. Clear? And in another situation, for example, you are not going anywhere but you want to purchase something and you open your laptop and a browser in it and enter some e-commerce website, whether that's Amazon, Flipkart, eBay, any which is your favorite, and you want to purchase some item online. Okay, and want to make a payment via your card. Yeah. So, in which situation are you confident? Yes, your card information will be secure. Okay, maybe the first one where you are thinking physically you are going and giving access of your card to the uh, to the person who is just collecting the payment over there. Okay, or online you are giving your card detail or none of them. Clear? So the security of your information that is related to your payment card, whether it's a debit card, credit card, Visa, Mastercard, whatsoever it is, it's totally depend upon uh, the way merchant is just storing that information. Okay, for example, the merchant is having the server and over there they are storing that information which are collected by you. Clear? And in case uh, if there are multiple credit card companies, okay, and they are having different scenarios, different situations, standards to implement on the way they are storing that data to make it secure. Okay, so if the merchant is just accepting that credit card from 10 vendors, okay, then it will be very difficult for him to implement those different variations of requirements on their devices to store that critical data. Clear? Just how to handle that situation, what the solution for that. So for to making the uh, uh, security for payment card data, whether debit, credit card, or some other kind of payment card data you are having, there is a standard that's PCI DSS. Okay, so that standards gives 12 requirements, so that implement those 12 requirements and uh, store the data. If you are not complying with that, or there will be a huge penalty on the vendor. Okay, so this is the methods, or it is just giving you the standards to secure the data. Requirement 10 is very essentials, uh, and it will just give us how we can secure our data. So what exactly is requirement number 10? Track and monitor access to networks and cardholder data. whomsoever, whether that's application, whether that's any service user who are accessing the data related to your card, that must be monitored, tracked it down. And why it's important? For example, this is the server of uh, your vendor or the merchant, and here are some router, switches, and where are other different employee of the same company. Okay, they are also accessing that data, or the third party uh, uh, third party users who are also accessing that particular data which is stored on the server, or via internet. Maybe here is hacker who is having big eyes because he is having the knowledge of hacking, so he can see what as the normal user cannot see. So with his hacking skills, somehow he is able to penetrate the security setting whatsoever implemented in your organization, and can be reached to uh, uh, can reach to this particular server, and can exfiltrate that data, and whether he wants to use for himself or can sell to somebody on dark web. Okay, so requirement 10 is telling us we need to track it down. We need to monitor each and every access requests, whether that's on generated by some services, applications, some by the users or the outsiders. Each and everything must be tracked down. Clear? If we will not keep the record of who is accessing our data, we never come to know when the attack happened, and who is having access on our data, what they are doing, whether they are just copying only, or just deleted something, or making change into something. We never come to know. So we need to find out, yes, who is accessing our network. In golden rule of it means you need to track it down each and everything. Clear? And where you are storing the logs, because each and every devices are generating the logs, the users, employees who are accessing that critical data, they are also generating some logs. So where you are storing those logs, for example, you are using any SIEM, okay, see, security information event manager, and those collecting all the logs from different devices, it must be protected. Clear? Even hackers are smart. If they are accessing the data, important data of your company, and if some logs generated, they can also delete that logs. Okay, so we also need to secure where our logs are stored, protect it well. Clear? And on a network, uh, whatsoever the entity exists, it is having unique name. Everyone must have unique number, unique name, so that we could clearly we can identify, yes, this is the particular user, this is the particular services accessing our data. We clear cut having uh, classification of it, whether that's from administrator group or normal user or for the third party is accessing it. Clear? And we need to examine all the logs or the critical logs regular basis. And why it's so important? For example, okay, we just schedule it every week. We are just going to review the logs, and some attack happened yesterday, and we are just going to review our logs after 6 days. And meantime, our data exfiltrated already, and we are having evidence in our logs. So you cannot do anything. But that's already happened. All the damage is already done by the user to your organization. So on the regular basis, we need to examine it. It's very important. And we need to configure our devices with a proper clock that must be synced with every with a uh, uh, proper clocking wise. Otherwise, we would not be able to fail any kind of attack. Clear. uh, if some device is having the wrong timing settings, we never come to correlate, yes, this attack on certain time, certain date, started from point A, point to B and point C, and then this attack happen in the final way. We never come to know. So timing is very important. And uh, some here is the compliance is also giving us guidance how long we can retain our logs. Sometimes it can be 1 year, 6 months, or we can also keep for long for our record. And when any of the critical event happening, means a administrator or some higher authority accessing that data or log server, then we closely should observe it, who is accessing those critical data, critical systems. That must be logged. It just generate some logs. We need to closely observe. Otherwise, what will happen? Hacker will just having the privileged access, and with those privileged access, it can be admin right or the root, and can access our data, can steal our information. Then if we are not recording it well, we never come to know, yes, that attack happened by the certain account, certain user. So it is very important, rule number 10 or the requirement number 10 in PCI DSS. Clear? And follow me on the cybersecurity prism and get the notification for the next session, and also share that session with your friends and group members as well, so that they will be able to learn new things every day. See you in the next session. Namaste.